Hello everyone, so today I am doing a book review on A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Since this is a sequel, there isn't really a lot to talk about that isn't filled with spoilers, so this video will be mainly spoiler filled. The only thing I can say is that I give this book 4 stars out of 5. Yeah, I mean, I'll talk why in my spoiler filled section, so I would like for you, if you haven't read this book, to read it and then come back so we can discuss it in the comments below. Anyways, so this book, like I said, I give it a 4 stars out of 5, and the reason why is because it's just, I had such high expectations going into this book, because when I read it, it was about a month after everyone else read it, so, you know, everyone was just absolutely raving about it. The reviews on Goodreads and the ratings are absolutely ridiculous. It's like a 4.77. And you know, everyone was just raving about it, how it's like the best sequel they've ever read, it's the best book they've read ever. And for me, the expectations weren't really met. I feel like if I went in without hearing anyone else's reviews, I would have liked this book a little bit better, but since I went in with such high expectations, I was kind of let down. And the reason why I was let down, I felt like nothing really happened that really, you know, caught my attention and held it. There were some scenes in the book where I would read it and I would be like, yes, but then it'd be kind of flatline, and then again, and then flatline, and then again, and then flatline until the ending where I was just like, oh my goodness gracious, what's gonna happen? So I'm gonna first talk about the characters in this book before I go into any specific scenes. First of all, Farah, our main character, I love how she progresses throughout this book. You know, she goes from being a person that's really kind of suffering from PTSD, and she's very lonely and depressed, and then we see her progress to a person who actually wants to paint again and who wants to live life again, and I think that's very beautiful. I love how she progresses throughout this book. Tamlin, I hate him. In the first book, I didn't hate him, but I didn't like him. I was just kind of like meh of him. I tolerated him. But now I really hope he dies in the next book. I really hope he does. Because when is it ever okay to lock someone in a house? Yeah, that's right. Never. I can't believe he did that. He's such, oh my goodness, great. Oh my gosh, I really hope he dies. He doesn't deserve to live. After he did that to Farah, like, bye. I hope he died. Rysand, I knew from book 1 that Thebe was gonna be endgame. I'm just saying it right now. I knew he was gonna end up with Farah. And I think it was very interesting how he, even before book 1 started, he started to have these visions. That really explains why he started to protect her so much from under the mountain. I think that was very interesting how, you know, he was trying to protect her, but he didn't want anyone to know that he was protecting her. He was, you know, low-key protecting her. And I thought that was very cute and beautiful. The Mortal Queens, I hate them. I really do. They're so, I hope when they go under the cauldron that they die. King Hybern, I actually don't mind him. I actually kind of like him because in the end, when he brings out Farah's sisters and Tamlin's like, no, don't do that. That wasn't a part of our bargain. He's like, I don't care. He knows he's more powerful than anyone, and that's just awesome. I love it. I love it, King Hybern, and I really hope he doesn't die. Even though he's going to, I really hope he doesn't, because he's awesome. I mean, I didn't like Amarantha, whatever the heck her name was in the first book, but King Hybern, like, I wouldn't mind if he lived. Lucien, his actions were questionable in this book, but I can't blame him because he's you know, Tamlin is his boss pretty much, and if he doesn't follow his orders, he's gonna get fired, or he's gonna get killed. And I mean, he needs that job because where else would he go? You know, the people at the Autumn Court, I think he came from, they don't like him. They shunned him. And, like, the Spring Court opened their arms to him. And, I mean, if he gets shunned from there, I don't think anyone else is going to accept him. So, I don't blame Lucien, but, I mean, I wish he stood up and did something more, but I can understand why he didn't. And the fact that he's Elena's mate, that's just really funny, and that's going to play a very interesting role in the next. Rysand's inner circle, they are such an interesting bunch of characters. You know, you have the silent but deadly one. Oh, that sounded really bad, but you know what I mean. And we have, you know, the one that talks a lot but isn't as powerful as the silent one, and then we have like the two girls, the one that's really like powerful and the other one that's really sarcastic and really funny and stuff. So I thought it was a very interesting group of characters, and I enjoyed seeing them interact. And the world building, I really liked it. I really liked how Sarah J. Maas portrayed Valeris, and the fact that Rysand kind of built this city. Well, he didn't really build it, but he protected it for so many centuries, just like his ancestors did, and he keeps it hidden. And the fact that it's kind of exposed now to the rest of the world, I think it's going to be very interesting how that's going to all play in the next. And yeah, I think that's all really for characters. As for specific scenes, like I said, it kind of flatlined for me, and then it kind of piked up, and then it flatlined for me. You know, some scenes that I really liked were when Rysand rescues Farah from the wedding. I was like, yes, Rysand, you go Rysand, you go Rysand, and that was adorable. And the fact that he, like, even though he taught her how to read for his own selfish reasons, it wasn't really selfish, because I mean, he taught Farah how to read. Isn't that the most adorable thing ever? Like, I don't know, Rysand and Farah are, oh my god, they're my OTP. They're so cute. But I could appreciate it. I could have read this book without the whole sexual tension thing. I thought that was very repetitive and was a reason why I didn't enjoy this book as much. I was just kind of like, okay, we get it, you guys are in love, whatever, like, just get together already. But the fact that he didn't reveal that Farah was his mate until the end, and Farah got mad, that kind of made me mad, because you can't blame him for not telling her that, you know, they were mates, because he wanted to make Farah love him, and not because she had to, but because she wanted to. And I mean, I can respect him for that, but I don't like how Farah was just like, I can't believe you never told me. Like, okay, Farah, chill out. Chill. And also, another thing, Rysand, the fact that Rysand and Tamlin are such completely different, opposite characters is awesome, because whereas Tamlin would be like, oh, you know, you're doing this because I told you so. You don't have any right to do anything, blah, blah, blah. Rysand's like, you know, if you don't want to do this, don't do this. I'm always going to give you a choice. If you want to get out of the situation, just tell me and we'll leave. I like how Rysand does that. And Tamlin, he's a douchebag, so one scene in particular with that, which I thought was very interesting, was when they go to like the creepy bone cover guy who only appears as someone, like he appears as a different person to everyone. Farah sees him as a little 8-year-old boy with blue eyes and dark hair, and the first thing that popped into my mind was that was Rysand when he was younger. I can't be the only one. Who knows? Like, what if that was Rysand? Even though then I kind of realized it couldn't be, because Rysand has violet eyes, but he still has dark hair. Or maybe that's gonna be their future kid. I mean, it wouldn't be that impossible. They don't really explain who she saw. She didn't recognize that person, so obviously she doesn't know them. Hopefully that's going to be explained later on in the series. I just want to know, who the heck did she see? The ending was so, oh my gosh, it was so annoying to me, because freaking here we have them. Obviously I knew there was little pages in the book left, so I thought obviously they're not going to succeed with this mission, they're going to get captured, and whoop-de-doo, here comes King of Hybern, freaking shoots Azriel in the chest. I thought he was a goner for sure. I thought he was a goner, but he wasn't, and I was like, bless. Yes. And then so they go up to the throne room, freaking Feyre's flipping out because it's the freaking throne room that she spent so much time in, and she's like flipping out, and the King of Hybern is like, ooh, blah, 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 blah. And here comes Tamlin and freaking Lucian. It was so annoying. I liked the ending, but it was so annoying because Tamlin, he's such an idiot. Because why would you make a freaking bargain with the King of Hybern? Why? Porque? And then when they brought his sisters, he was like, it's not part of the bargain. Like, did you really think that the King of Hybern is going to fulfill his bargain to the fullest? Like, no. It's the King of Hybern. He wants power. He doesn't care about playing by the rules. Freaking Tamlin is an idiot. And then here we go. Oh my gosh. And then something that I thought was very interesting was when Nesta gets pushed into the cauldron, they mentioned that she is very different when she comes out compared to Elaine. So I personally think that she has a lot more power than the rest of them, or at least she has a significant more amount of power than she's supposed to, than the lesser fairies. I definitely think that is going to play a major role in the next book. I definitely think she's going to be a really important figure in the other book. And I definitely think that her and Cassian are going to stay together because they had something going on. They had something. When the whole bond broke, when it said that the bond broke, I closed my book and I just sat there staring at the wall. Just staring at the wall because I couldn't believe it. Like, how could the bond have broken? But then it explained the bond didn't break. It was just a bargain. And I was like, okay. Okay, Sarah J. Maas. We was about to fight, but we're cool now. We're cool. And yeah, and then Feyre put on the whole show like, oh my gosh, Rhysand, he was keeping me captive. Oh my gosh, Tamlin. Oh my gosh, I love you, Tamlin. Oh my. We all know that was a lie. Tamlin's the only one that fell for it. I'm pretty sure Tamlin in the whole entire room, he was the only one that fell for it. Even Lucian, when they went back in the ending, he obviously saw her and he was like, you're lying. But obviously he can't say anything because if he says something, Elaine is never going to reappear. So he's kind of stuck with living this lie. And I think it's very interesting. And I really can't wait, you know, to see how that whole thing plays out between Lucian and Feyre, because they're definitely going to give each other like Lucian's definitely gonna like give her throw some shade at her. He's definitely gonna be like questioning everything that she does. And honestly, I just Tamlin is so stupid, and oh my gosh, I just am horrified at the idea now that Feyre has to have like sex with Tamlin and pretend she enjoys it and pretend that she's like, oh my gosh, Tamlin, but obviously not. And another question, one final point that I'm going to make in this video is I am confused about how the whole mating bond thing works, because if the bond break, like if the whole bond thing, how does it work? Like, do all mates have this special bond where they can communicate with each other through their minds, or is it just like a thing that Feyre and Rhysand have? And if so, why do they only have it? Is it because like Rhysand can control minds or something? I thought it was because of the part of the bargain that they had, that maybe they were connected through the mind. But then when that bargain was broken, it's mentioned that, you know, she can still send like little pulses of love through the connection or whatever. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, and I really want to know. If anyone knows how exactly that works, please leave it in the comments below, because I'm very curious. And yeah, that's basically all my feelings on the Cormorants of Fury. Like I said, I give it like 4 stars. It was a good book, but it didn't really live up to my expectations, you know. Yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye!